Well, just because a child qualifies for prison, does that mean they should be there? An Ohio lawmaker is asking lawmakers to rethink how we punish our state's youth by rethinking what's known as bind-over laws. As 10 TV's Kevin Landers explains, one family believes if judges had more discretion, it may have saved their loved one's life.
The woman that's about to enter your screen is going to show you a picture.
This is his obituary.
That's her brother Matthew. He was convicted at 16 years old of aggravated robbery.
They sentenced him to the 4 years. And when he turned 18, they have a bind-over law in place for juveniles who commit felons.
Natalie Aleem says when her brother went to prison, his life changed for the worse.
He was fighting a lot. In juvenile, he wasn't getting into as much trouble as he was when he went to prison. There, he had to basically fight for his life. That's where he joined a gang for protection, because there they just take advantage of young men.
In Ohio, judges don't have the discretion to determine if a child should remain in juvenile detention or prison. It's what's called mandatory bindovers. This lawmaker wants to change that.
If that judge determines that a child is better served in the juvenile system, our bill simply gives them the discretion to put them there.
Representative Stewart says on a recent tour of Orient Prison, he was stunned at how many children were inside. He says it's time Ohio changes how judges determine which children are better suited for adult prison.
As of today, we have a one-size-fits-all policy for the state, which takes away judges' discretion.
Representative Stewart says his research found that children sent to adult prison are 34% more likely to reoffend, are 5 times more likely to be sexually assaulted, and because children are isolated in adult prison, they are 36 times more likely to die by suicide.
I think when we're faced with statistics of that kind, we have to look and say we can do better as a state.
In the case of Natalie's brother, he did his time, left prison, and started working. Less than 2 years after his release, she said, he was murdered, shot to death, she says, by gang members he met in prison who he no longer wanted to have contact with.
And he didn't want that lifestyle.
She believes if Ohio changed its juvenile bindover law, it could have saved her brother's life.
I think he would still be here right now.
Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
And we're told this bill does have bipartisan support.